function is a named PLSQL block that return a value. It can be stored in a database as a schema object for repeated execution. That is called as the part of expression, or it is used to provide a parameter value for another subprogram. It can be grouped into the PLSQL packages. Okay. So function is just like your procedure, but the function is returning a value, and it is a named PLSQL block. Procedure के तरह function भी named PLSQL block है, and ये आपको value return करेगा. And this function is present in a PLSQL packages. तो इसके आगे भी packages पढ़ेंगे. Packages, it is a dividing a modules, और जो group of related information एक जगह पर आपको रखेगा. A function is a named PLSQL block that accepts parameter, means which is interacting with the user at runtime. It can be invoked and return a value. In general, you use a function to compute a value. Function and procedure are structured like function must return a value. जब आप parameter value pass करोगे, then it is evaluated and it is returning you value. Whereas procedure return 0 and more value to its calling environment. The procedure is not mandated to return any kind of value. Like a procedure, a function has a header, it has a declaration section or an executable section, and it is having an optional exception handling section. अगर runtime में कोई error आता है, तो can handle through the exception handling section. Function can be stored in the database as a schema object for repeated execution. A function that is stored in the database is referred to as a store function. जो function database में already present है. Okay, so that is a store function. You can say if it is some predefined function, so it is also called as a store function. Function can also be created in the client-side application. Means you have to create your own function. Function promote the reusability, maintainability. When validated, they can be used in any number of applications. If processing the requirement change, only function needs to be updated. Function may also call it the PLSQL expression as the part of PLSQL expression in context as a SQL function. So like your procedure के तरह function भी named एक container है, and it contains the set of statement, SQL statement, and you call through that name. Now for creating a function, already we have some kind of knowledge how to create a function. Create or replace function name, then which value you want to return, so that we're using a return value. Then you have to pass your expression here. Now I go to the practical part.
सर ଆପଣ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଇଗଲାଣି କେତେବେଳୁ ସାର୍?
Now, again I move to this customer table. Customer create customer ID name ID separately. Then I insert the record in the customer table. Again. I insert all the I check the customers here. Okay. All the records are inserted in the customer table. Now, what I define a function, create or replace function, total customer, return, that is return a number value, return number is, the first we're initializing the number, it is counting the records that is present into the customer. So total customer number of customers is 6. So when you define a function in a plsql block that return a value, a return must be provided a value with a, you can create a new function with the, it must return one value. The function is returning only one value. You should consider the following point about the create function statement. The replace option indicate that if the function is exist, it is dropped and replaced with the new version that is created by the statement. Okay, why replace statement is used? With the same name if the function is present. Okay, तो same name में अगर कोई function present है, तो अगर आप वही function define करना चाहते हो, तो यहाँ पर replace statement use किया जाएगा. The replace option indicate that if the function is exist, it is dropped and replaced with a new version that is created by the statement. The return data type must not include the size specification. So when you define the return data type, so there is no requirement to give any kind of size to the return. The plsql block start with the begin after the declaration of any local variable, and we're using end statement. Okay, so as we know, the SQL statement is included in the begin and end statement. We include that statement within the begin and end. There must be at least one return expression. So only one return expression must be present, which is return the value from a function. You cannot reference, host or bind a variable in the plsql block of a store function. Store function means which is already present. So in that function, you cannot bind any variable or store any variable.
Sir, what is the difference between return statement and return clause?
There is a between function and procedure. Procedure is a statement. The PLSQL statement, why it is existing part of expression means you are writing a select statement. In the select statement, you include a function. So it is a part of that expression. But in a procedure, you write the total PLSQL code. A fast difference है मतलब लेकिन फंक्शन क्या है ना आप एक एसक्यूएल स्टेटमेंट में भी इसको यूज कर सकते हो जैसे कि सिलेक्ट एवरेज ऑफ सैलरी so it is present in a select statement so it is used as a part of expression it do not contain a return clause in the header file it doesn't contain any kind of return statement it must contain a return clause in a header file it can pass the value using output parameter okay you pass the value by using of out parameter in function it must return a single value it can contain a return statement without a value it must contain at least one return statement so return statement means return then value name okay so which value you want you are expecting that value you write with the return statement तो जो वैल्यू आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो वो वैल्यू आपको रिटर्न करेगा तो आपको रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट में वही वैल्यू आपको पास करना पड़ेगा लेकिन प्रोसीजर में ये चीज मैंडेट नहीं है बट फंक्शन में इट इज मैंडेट दैट एटलीस्ट इट विल रिटर्न वन वैल्यू So how this creating and running function first you create or edit the function then it's showing you compiler warning error if compiler warning error is there then if it is yes the view the compiler warning error so what are the errors are come it is displayed if it is no then it is invoke the statement so in this way the SQL statement is executed first you create a statement then it will check whether the compilation error or warning errors are present if it is yes then you have to solve this problem and if it is no then you invoke the statement then creating and invoke a store function using create function statement okay so how you we are using a function then create or replace function get salary Then P underscore ID. So this retrieve a record from employee table. So first of all, I'm creating a table here. Create table employee as select star from. Okay, so I'm creating a table. Then create or replace function get salary. I'm creating a function create or replace function get salary. Okay, now my function is created. So function name is get salary, which is retrieve the employee ID. Now begin select salary. It is retrieve the salary and store in the B underscore salary, which is retrieve a record from employee ID. You have to pass. Now I am passing a value. The 100 we are passing here. Then it is written. It is going to here 2400. Is this. It is the one way for getting a result or for passing a value. Another way is what? Is a different way to get the result. Declare salary employee dot salary. Salary employee dot salary. It is retrieve the employee salary table. Salary column equals to गेट सैलरी टेबल में यहाँ पर फंक्शन को कॉल किया तो फंक्शन में कॉल कर रहा हूँ तो फंक्शन यहाँ पर क्या करेगा रिटर्न करेगा सैलरी वो सैलरी आकर एसएल वेरिएबल में स्टोर होगा showing your salary is 24,000. It is a different way to execute the function. Then what is the advantages of the user-defined function in SQL statement? So you can extend the SQL where activity are too complex, too awkward, or unavailable in SQL. You can increase the efficiency when it is used in the where clause to filter data, as opposed to the filtering the data in the application. It can manipulate the data value. You can manipulate the data value. That's another advantage. Okay. Now here the gists are present. Format the calculation that too complex means where you are writing the SQL or PLSQL query which is very complex. You divide that complex statement into a subpart, and which is very awkward that you can divide, and some function is unavailable in SQL that you have to define your own function. The function increase the data independency means you break the program into a smaller part, so it is increase the data independency, increase the efficiency of the query. It manipulate the new type of data. You can pass the new type of data here. Now we go for the function. As we already know, the function is used as a part of statement. Now you understand that why we use this function. Create or replace function tax. The tax function is not present in what your PLSQL or Oracle. So we are creating a tax function. Then this function contains a parameter p underscore value in number. It is returning the value in the form of a number. What value it will return? It will return the value that you are passing, that is multiply with 0 into 8. So first I am creating a function here. The function is created. Then I am inserting a record. Select employee ID, last name, salary, tax of salary, where department ID equals to 100. So we are passing department ID 100, that employee ID, all the department ID information it is display you, and salary it is written, and tax, every salary tax is given. So for that we are defining what? We are defining a function. Create or replace function tax. We are passing a ID 108, oh, sorry 100. We are passing a value, department ID is 100. It comes to here, return value is p underscore value 0.0. Is what are the salary that is it is retrieved. It is retrieved what? Tax salary. By calling a tax, then passing a salary. So salary into 0.0. Okay, so every tax is shows here. cover up to 2.14. Then in next class we start from this 2.5. कल नहीं होगा क्लास, परसों होगा.